Good morning and thank you for watching this digital weather forecast. Just a few minutes behind schedule here. Time now 11:10. We're still dry. Safe Touch Security First Alert Live Radar this morning. Going back a few hours here, we did have a couple of showers, sprinkles rather. Wheeler and Montgomery counties. Also overnight rain in portions of Screven, Effingham, Hampton, and northern Bullock into Candler, Jenkins counties. Also Manual County earlier this morning. Couple of showers, but we are quiet right now. Radar at least, and going outside. WTOC. Jamie Casino. Actually, we're going to take a look at the WTOC Franklin Chevrolet Chatham Parkway Skycam. Notice we're mostly sunny out there, just a little bit of haze right now, and all in all, a pretty nice mid-morning, going into late morning, approaching lunchtime now. And we have yet to see the clouds that really build up. Now, I do think that's going to happen here pretty quickly. Going back to the maps, I'm going to show you temperatures now, and as soon as we get up into the 90s or around 90 degrees, we're going to see those clouds really start to pop up. Think about a pot on the stove. You know, you get the little bubbles forming, you crank up the heat to high, and all of a sudden you boil, and we're about to crank up the heat to high. We're going to get in the 90s this afternoon, and we'll get those clouds really bubbling up and boiling up out there, eventually producing showers and thunderstorms. Right now, though, 83 in Savannah, 86 in Brunswick, 86 in Alma, 86 Hazelhurst, 84 in Swainsboro. A cool spot, that may be an old reading there in Statesboro at 78, but it's warm out there. It is humid, but we're going to have to climb a little bit further in order to get those clouds really growing and the showers and thunderstorms popping up. But again, I don't think it's going to be too much longer before that happens. Going to show you two different computer models here if you're just joining us. Again, today we're tracking the chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, scattered to maybe numerous, and some of those could be on the stronger side. And want to remind you, if you're watching in the WTOC kind of Roku channel or Amazon Fire, streaming it on YouTube, you can go over to Twitter or Facebook and check out this conversation there, as well as ask questions that I will then answer here during this digital weather forecast. So right now I'm going to the WTOC Twitter page. I'm going to be retweeting this. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to tweet me or tweet to this conversation on Twitter, or just ask in the comments on Facebook. I'm going to walk you hour by hour through what radar and the satellite may look like through the afternoon before I answer that first round of questions, because I think this may answer some of those for you. Starting off at 11 a.m., again, white indicating cloud cover. No green on the map now, but when you see it pop up, the greens, the yellows, the reds, that indicates where rain will be falling. So going deeper into the afternoon, here we are at 4. Isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms beginning to pop up. This indicates along the sea breeze, that little boundary of clouds there just inland from the beaches, because on these really hot days, the land and the ocean heats at different rates, and because of that, you get a little boundary, almost like a mini cold front rolling in from the ocean, and that serves to help lift the clouds and get showers and thunderstorms going. Also watching shower and thunderstorm potential a little bit further inland, moving into our inland communities here this afternoon, this evening, 7 to 8 o'clock, strong storms possibly in Hampton County, Screven County, Bullock County, up to Emanuel County, and those will be moving further south and east into the I-95 corridor. Perhaps, you know, this has pushed back the timing a little bit, but indicating a strong line of showers and thunderstorms 10, 11 o'clock this evening, impacting I-95 back towards Highway 84, Jessup and Waycross before it begins to shift offshore. And then we're done tomorrow morning. We're going to start off pretty quiet, much like this morning, then do shower and thunderstorm potential all over again Thursday afternoon, probably more so evening into the early overnight hours. So that is one forecast model. Different computer, different forecast model. That's the map you've seen behind me now. And going forward here, sometimes this particular model does a really good job kind of fine-tuning the forecast and picking up on those little features that can cause big changes in the local forecast. So, you know, with these tidbits in mind, I'm going to go hour by hour, and it is too indicating a couple of thunderstorms developing closer to the coast along the sea breeze by early mid-afternoon, 2 or 3 o'clock, as well as your inland thunderstorms really erupting by mid-afternoon further inland. And then these two pushing back towards the coast, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. A couple of strong thunderstorms possible intermixed within the rain going into the dinner time frame. And we may see, too, whatever develops up in North Georgia, the upstate of South Carolina, move down into the coastal empire, the low country. So I do think the chance of rain begins to climb 2, 3 o'clock, and then will persist. Not that it's going to rain constantly at every location or anything like that, but the chance of thunder will persist through dinner time into the mid-evening hours, perhaps as late as 11 p.m. To midnight. So with that in mind, going to the WTOC TV Facebook page, answering questions. It does look like there are a lot of questions that have come in. Let's see. Jessica, thank you for watching. Actually, Jesse. Hey, Lisa, thank you for watching. Christy, Sheila, Cynthia, hello to you, Jillian. Good morning, Sylvia from West Chatham. Hopefully your morning at Statesboro is going good. Let's see. Bob doesn't want to put the top on his Jeep. You know, I'd say if you can get the ride in early to mid-afternoon, you may be okay. But your evening drive could be, you know, a little bit risky there as far as showers and thunderstorms getting rained on. Terry says good sleeping weather. She loves falling asleep to the sound of rain. I think you have a decent shot at that this evening, especially if you're north and west of Savannah. Let's see. Is it hot there, or were you outside? You look like you're sweating. Well, thank you, Sylvia. But no, I have been in the air-conditioned building all day long. But I don't know. Maybe it's the glare. I have bright, blinding light shining on me, and I have a big old 5 head, so maybe that's why I look like I'm sweating. Let's see. Paula, I've just got done working on my truck, so I'm good to bring on the rain. Glad you got it in. You took the advice, got the chores done early. That's perfect. Leon, thank you for watching. Hey there, Amanda, Shakia, and Tiffany. Tiffany loves the rain. I do too. Every now and then we certainly need some. Kira, hello to you as well. So that is the hour by hour as far as today's forecast is concerned. And of course, any one of these storms, a couple of them we know probably will become a little stronger. They're not all going to produce severe weather, but one or two again could push those strong limits, produce damaging wind gusts on a very isolated basis. So your weather headlines, of course, this morning was quiet. Afternoon storms may develop pretty quickly, especially inland, pushing back towards the coastline. And there is that marginal risk late in the afternoon through the evening hours that, 1 out of 5 risks that a couple of these could become strong. So here we are, the entire area now shaded in green, a marginal 1 out of 5 risk of these storms producing, one or two of these producing 40 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Again, that's not going to be everybody, but a couple of folks may encounter that. So just a heads up for you, it may bring down some limbs, knock out your power for a little bit. Just something to keep an eye on, something we'll certainly be updating you on. And another reason that today, I'm going to take you to the WTOC weather app now, another reason to make sure that all the proper alerts are turned on. So if you need to know and kind of check back with how to make sure that your settings are correct in the weather app, now's the time to look at your screen. Upper left-hand corner of the app's home screen looks like 3 sheets of paper. That's your settings menu. Of course, make sure your location is correct. I think that the best bet, especially if you're traveling along there, make sure that your setting is says something like follow me. Now, make sure that your alert types are all on, or you can edit it. You know, if you don't want snow warnings or anything like that, you can, of course, edit that there. Make sure your alert sounds are on, and then, a good helpful tip here, WTOC alerts, make sure those are turned on as well. By clicking on weather alert types, you can go back in and see which ones are on. I would suggest clicking on precipitation and lightning, especially if you are pool bound today. And if you're at the beach, that way you know if a storm is approaching your area. Again, that is all you have to do. Then click the back menu. And of course, on the home screen, we also do have radar, your hour-by-hour forecast, so you can just visually look as these storms approach. Your 10-day available there if you have to reschedule any outdoor plans coming up today, going later into the weekend. Maybe you can get those in as well. Now, and as far as the rest of the afternoon is concerned, the evening, looking pretty decent out there. You know, it's not going to be a washout for absolutely everybody, but we want you to know there are going to be storms around, some of those pushing strong limits. So your maybe Wednesday hump day date night forecast out there, we're going to keep this midweek kind of stormy, unsettled weather pattern going. Scattered showers and thunderstorms 8, 9 through 10 o'clock this evening, but it's not going to be 100% coverage, so there's a chance you could get those plans in, but not just pool beach impacts today. If you have a date night tonight, I suggest you bring along the umbrella, maybe the weather app, or at least check the evening news or in the app before you head out, just to see where rain is falling and where it's going to be going through the course of your evening. So that's what we're tracking for you. Answering a few last questions. Hello to you, Melanie, up in Elbel. You guys could get some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Michael, what about Pooler 3 to 5? Certainly there's a chance. You know, I can't tell you exactly when it's going to rain at any one spot, but the chance of rain will be increasing from 3 to 5, peaking after 5 p.m. most likely through the early to mid-evening hours. Lasheen says, love the rain keeps the heat down. Absolutely, that is true. Let's see. Lisa says, wait, you aren't going out? That means it won't be bad because you love chasing storms. That's not how it works, though, unfortunately. Wish it was that easy, but, we will have our traffic tracker out. We're going to have the weather team in here, and if storms do fire up and if they are strong, of course, they can make the choice to send out the storm chaser, but that doesn't really determine whether a day is going to be busier or not. Hinesville, Statesboro, Stilson, Lynn, Kyle, Bobby, all really the same forecast. Scattered showers and thunderstorms developing this afternoon. So if you're wondering about your community, you have plans today, now's the time to look at the screen. This is a hour-by-hour forecast model, and I'm going to do a couple pause points in here, walk you through the afternoon. Of course, now we're fine, nothing going on. Beaches, good to go. Just make sure you're wearing the sunscreen. But by 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we see two areas of shower and thunderstorm activity. One kind of along the sea breeze, just inland from the coast. Also starting to see those clouds build inland, Baxley, Douglas, Vidalia, Statesboro by 2, 3 o'clock. And then thereafter, we're going to see the sea breeze work its way inland, and showers and thunderstorms also move in from the north and the west. So it's really an evening peak rain chance here, and that includes Statesboro, that includes Hinesville, 8, 9 o'clock, maybe even before then. You could get a shower or thunderstorm. I'm not really going to dry out the forecast until later this evening. By 10 to 11, rain should be beginning to push south and offshore. All right, let's see. Matthew, how bad is it going to get? Marginal risk of severe weather. We've had this almost every day this week. Each afternoon has had a couple of storms push strong limits. Yesterday was a little quieter, but, we had a damage photo sent to me on Twitter from a viewer out in the Cobbtown, Collins area a couple of days ago. That storm wasn't even warned, but it produced an isolated area of damaging wind gusts. So, just like what we've seen the past few days, there are going to be a couple strong to severe thunderstorms out there, but we're not anticipating widespread severe weather or any type of severe weather outbreak. Just kind of an enhanced summertime pattern here where we do see a couple strong to severe thunderstorms. Again, let's say you have 10 storms. We're talking about maybe 1 or 2 of those becoming severe this afternoon, that kind of a day. Hopefully that helps put it in perspective for you a little bit there, Matthew. Lorene, thank you for that comment. Happy Wednesday to you as well. And this is going to be your Thursday, more scattered showers and thunderstorms. Thursday, maybe a little later in the day, the evening, the early overnight hours, and then hopefully back to just normal pop-ups heading into the weekend with high temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Also looking at heat coming back into the forecast. Dave Turley, Chief Meteorologist Dave Turley, is tracking both the heat and the continuation of this unsettled weather pattern coming up on the news at noon. Time now 11:23. You can stream the newscast coming up in the WTOC weather app. Also, of course, on TV, and you can always get a check at WTOC.com as well. Have yourself a great Wednesday afternoon.